Hello there everybody, Bunna here, and welcome to the video. With the release of Genesis Part 2 came a rather large addition of unique items and structures into the game. In this video, I plan on showcasing each of these items separately while demonstrating all of their unique controls and features. For ease of access, I've included timestamps throughout the video and in the description down below so that you can easily find what you're looking for or refer back to a certain section if necessary. I've also included a link to the ARK wiki page in the description, as it is a very good source for general information about the game. Please leave a like on this video if you find it enjoyable or helpful, and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this.
Alrighty then.
Let's begin by discussing all of the structures that were introduced with Genesis Part 2. I'm including the plant species R seeds in this list as well, since they're an immovable structure-based item once they're fully grown. The Tek Surveillance console can be unlocked at level 108 using 60 engram points and crafted within the Tek replicator. It must be powered by a Tek generator. The console is used alongside Tek remote cameras, which are crafted inside of the console's interface and require the following resources in order to craft each camera. The surveillance system allows you to set up a network of security around the area of your choosing and view live footage from each of the cameras that you've positioned. The console can be spoken into to communicate with other tribe members, similar to a radio. The controls are all listed at the top of the The controls are all listed at the The controls are listed at the top left of the screen when inside the console, allowing you to easily cycle between each camera. There are 4 different viewing modes for cameras, similar to the Tek helmet. The Tek Crop Plot is unlocked at level 104 using 32 engram points and crafted within the Tek replicator. It must be powered by a Tek generator and fueled by fertilizer and water like other crop plots. The Tek Crop Plot boosts the speed at which crops grow and provides its own light source, essentially eliminating the need for sunlight. This means that you can finally grow crops inside of caves, bases, and other nooks and crannies that you previously couldn't. They feature a much larger storage capacity and refrigerate the crops inside. The ammo box is unlocked at level 29 using 24 engram points and crafted within the smithy. The ammo box is a placeable structure that automatically supplies ammunition to nearby emplacements, such as turrets. As long as the ammo box has ammunition within its inventory, nearby emplacements will replenish their ammo in 1-minute intervals. There are some adjustable settings within the radial wheel where you can see the replenish radius, as well as set the reload cap for the amount of ammunition being supplied to each turret. The ammo box can be picked up and moved using the Exo-Mek, which I'll talk about more later in the video. The egg incubator is unlocked at level 89 using 55 engram points and crafted within the fabricator. It requires electricity in order to operate. The egg incubator is capable of incubating up to 10 eggs at a time by maintaining them at their perfect temperatures. However, the temperatures for each egg type must be independently adjusted. For instance, the temperature for incubating a rock drake egg may be different than the temperature for a wyvern egg. Thus, the incubator is best used for batch incubating up to 10 eggs of the same type. The numbers displayed on the front of the egg incubator represent how incubated the egg is. So if the number says 8, for instance, it is 8% incubated or 92 out of 100 incubation remaining. Blue numbers indicate that the egg is at a healthy temperature, while orange indicates it is at an unhealthy temperature. The temperature of the egg incubator can be adjusted via the radial wheel menu. There's a passive 20% decrease in the time needed to hatch an egg when placed inside of the incubator, if the temperature is adjusted correctly. You are allowed to place up to 3 incubators within a given area, with approximately 32 foundations needed between sets of incubators. The Loadout Mannequin is unlocked at level 23 using 8 engram points and crafted within your player's inventory. Loadout mannequins are capable of storing full sets of armor and hotbar items for easy equip-and-go access, making them super useful for base defense, raiding, and taming kits. To use it, simply fill up the inventory of the mannequin with your desired items. When you want to kit out your character, approach it and press the E key on PC. The armor is visually displayed on the mannequin, and the hotbar items are shown above as separate images for each of the corresponding hotbar keys. There are loads of settings in the radial wheel menu in case you want to pull certain items or gear without taking the entire loadout. Plant species R seeds are required from harvesting Mutagen plants, located within Rockweld's innards biome. Be warned that this will trigger a wave of multiple summoners upon harvesting, so be prepared for a large fight. Plant species R seeds can be planted within a Tek Crop Plot and require fertilizer and water in order to grow. There are 5 variants of plant species R seeds, with each of the variants producing a different type of meat product upon harvest. R1 seeds appear reddish in color and produce raw meat. R2 seeds appear bluish in color and produce raw fish meat. R3 appear greenish in color and produce spoiled meat. R4 appear purplish in color and produce raw prime meat. And finally, R5 appear bluish in color and produce raw prime fish meat. Like other crops, the plant species R will slowly produce its given type of meat product as long as it has a steady supply of fertilizer and water. You can use a metal hatchet or other woodcutting tools to harvest a plant. However, according to the wiki page, the type or quality of the tool doesn't seem to affect the yield of the plant. After the plant is fully harvested, there will be a cooldown before more can be harvested. The Tek Hoversail is unlocked at level 112 using 45 engram points and crafted within the Tek Replicator. The Tek Hoversail is a deployable vehicle capable of transporting 2 survivors. One survivor controls the vehicle, while the other one can use weapons while being transported. The Tek Hoversail can be picked back up and carried into player's inventory when not in use, and uses element as a fuel source. The Hoversail can be controlled with the basic movement keys, and pressing the spacebar will engage jet thrusters for a short period of time, allowing you to traverse higher levels of terrain very quickly. Pressing the left mouse button in conjunction with a directional input while in the air will perform a trick, providing a stacking speed boost of up to 50% that lasts for 30 seconds. Pressing the shift key on PC will increase the speed at which you travel. Holding the right mouse button on PC causes the Hoversail to drift so you can make sharper turns. In addition, it provides a rather large burst of speed when you release the control. The Tek Hoversail can survive in the world for up to 1 hour unridden, after which point it will self-destruct. The Canoe is unlocked at level 8 using 10 engram points and crafted within the player's inventory. The Canoe is a deployable vehicle capable of holding up to 3 survivors. The Canoe moves faster with each paddling survivor, with the base movement speed actually being quite high. The Canoe can be beached by pressing the control key on PC, after which it can be picked back up and stored inside of the player's inventory if they choose. The Canoe also features an inventory which lengthens the spoil timer of perishable items, making it a great travel companion at lower levels. Moving forwards, let's talk about the different objects, equipable items, and usable items introduced with Genesis Part 2. I've included mutagens in this section as well, since they're a consumable object used to evolve tames, and I know some of you are curious how they work. The Tek Canteen is unlocked at level 101 using 6 engram points and crafted within the Tek Replicator. The Tek Canteen is filled like any other water container in the game, either by standing in water and using it, or placing it inside of an irrigation tap. Tek Canteens hold 3 times as much water as a normal canteen, or up to 9 drinks of water total. The Tek Canteen can be set to either cold or hot by opening up the drop-down menu within your inventory. Drinking cold water provides a large boost in hyperthermic insulation, however it greatly reduces your hypothermic insulation. In contrast, drinking hot water provides a large boost in hypothermic insulation, however it reduces your hyperthermic insulation. In addition, both of these drinks reduce the stamina cost of sprinting while active, and hot water provides a short-term immunity to being frozen after consumption. The Jar of Pitch is unlocked at level 35 using 18 engram points and crafted within the Mortar and Pestle. They serve as an additional ammunition option for the catapult and are capable of setting the area on fire for a short period of time. The description suggests that it can also be fired from a ballista turret, however I was unable to place the jars inside of the inventory. The Jar of Pitch deals quite a bit of damage to thatch, wood, and stone structures, however is significantly less effective on metal tier and higher. The Net Projectile is unlocked at level 43 using 12 engram points and crafted within the player's inventory. Net projectiles serve as an additional type of ammunition for the harpoon launcher and can be used to ensnare targets for up to a minute. There is a 10-second cooldown once a creature has been ensnared before it can be trapped again. While netted, the creature will be unable to attack or be ridden, however this net can be cut with either a metal hatchet, sword, or Tek sword if it's hit 3 times. Here is a list of the creatures that can be ensnared by the net projectile. The Tek Bow is unlocked at level 116 using 53 engram points and crafted within the Tek Replicator. Tek Bows are extremely versatile weapons with the ability of 3D printing arrows on the fly using element shards as ammunition. The Tek Bow is capable of shooting up to 4 different types of arrows, all of which come with a scaling cost of element shards per arrow fired. You can cycle between types of arrows using the reload key, which is R by default on PC. Double tapping the reload key changes the Tek Bow's firing modes between projectile mode and instant hit. Projectile mode will fire an arrow with the same trajectory and drop rate that you would expect from a bow and arc, while instant hit mode treats it more like a bullet with a very high velocity and no drop rate. There is no change in element shard cost when cycling between these 2 different firing modes. The Tek Phase Pistol is unlocked at level 118 using 55 engram points and crafted within the Tek Replicator. The Tek Phase Pistol is a single-handed, element-powered weapon capable of shifting between 3 different firing modes. To swap between the different modes of fire, simply press the right mouse button on PC. Killing mode is your standard DPS mode for taking out creatures and has a damage multiplying effect that scales based on your frequency of fire. This damage multiplier can stack up to 20 times. Healing mode is used for healing your tribe's dinos or survivors, at the cost of slightly more element than the other two modes. And finally, stun mode is used to immobilize a creature for a short period of time once the stunning effect is stacked to 100%. The minigun is unlocked at level 94 using 35 engram points and crafted within the fabricator. The minigun is either a handheld or deployable weapon that can rapidly fire advanced rifle bullets at your target. The minigun can be pre-charged using the right mouse button on PC, allowing it to begin firing much quicker and with much more precision than otherwise. The minigun can be placed down by pressing the control key on PC, then mounted like other types of weapons in ARK. While still very viable to carry around as a weapon, the minigun is best utilized when mounted due to the extra recoil stabilization and mild damage buff it receives. The minigun may overheat when fired too rapidly for too much time, and must be allowed to cool down before continuing fire. The Exo-Mek is a tech room unlocked by defeating Rockwell Prime on Gamma level and can be crafted within the Tek Replicator. Exo-Meks are deployable vehicles with a multitude of features that use element as a fuel source. Exo-Meks feature 3 different modes that can change their core gameplay mechanics. Combat mode allows the player to use the Exo-Mek as a fighting machine. The left mouse button on PC acts like a standard attack, and the C key performs an AoE smash ability. Storage mode allows the player to quickly place or pick up structures for faster building. All of the items picked up are stored within the mech's inventory at a greatly reduced weight. Carry mode can be used to move structures with inventories from one location to another. This is very convenient for moving things like vaults or Tek replicators that may contain lots of items, as the items are left inside the inventory during the transfer. To swap between these different modes, simply press the right mouse button on PC. There is a 4th alternate mode accessible by pressing the middle mouse button on PC. This mode places the player into a top-down view of the current playable area and allows them to command groups of dinos on the fly, whether it be for PvE content or raiding purposes. Exo-Meks feature a fairly quick movement speed, some pretty crazy jumping mechanics, and loads of versatility given their built-in functionality. Mutagens are resources that are either gathered or crafted within the chemistry bench, requiring 800 Mutagel in order to craft. If you're looking to harvest mutagen, it can be found within the Rockweld's innards biome. Please be aware that harvesting it will summon a wave of multiple summoners, so prepare for a large fight when going after this resource. If you're looking to gather Mutagel in order to craft a mutagen, you'll have one of 2 options. Mutagel can be gathered as a secondary resource from ambergris nodes within the space biome between the 2 halves of the map. Ambergris asteroids are visually separate from other asteroids as they appear brighter and yellow in color. You can use a tool such as a pickaxe or mining drill to harvest the nodes. Please be aware that the space biome changes on a daily basis in Genesis Part 2, with the asteroid types switching and changing positions as the day and night cycle commences. This means that ambergris nodes will not always be available to harvest, and you must wait for the proper spawn day to acquire the Mutagel. Mutagel can also be harvested by hand within Rockwell's innards biome, underneath of a suspended beating heart. Once the acid on the floor lowers to a safe enough level, simply walk on the surface and pick it up by hand, similar to collecting pearls. Using 800 of it within a chemistry bench will yield 6 mutagen. Using 4 mutagens, you can craft 408 Mutagel. Mutagens can be used to further evolve your non-bred tames by leveling them up an additional 20 levels. You can only do this once per creature, and the amount of mutagens necessary is dependent upon the type of creature. For example, a level 225 Rex required 87 mutagens, while a level 225 Shadowmane required 95. The Maewing Saddle is unlocked at level 19 using 24 engram points and crafted within the smithy. The Maewing Saddle is required to ride a tamed Maewing and provides the creature with its full capabilities. I'll be doing a full tutorial on the Maewing in the near future, so I don't wish to dive into too many details about their functionality. The Astrodelphis Starwing Saddle is unlocked at level 120 using 60 engram points and crafted within the Tek Replicator. The saddle is required to ride a tamed Astrodelphis and provides the creature with its full capabilities. I plan on doing a full creature tutorial for the Astrodelphis in the near future, so I don't want to dive into too many details about their functionality. There were quite a few cosmetic items added with the release of Genesis Part 2 as well, so I've decided to include them all here at the end of the video. The Federation Exo Armor, Hoglin Mask, and Noglin Chibi Pet are all acquired by simply purchasing the Genesis Season Pass. They can be used and equipped just like any other cosmetic items and chibis in the game. The Mutated Survivor costume is obtained by defeating Rockwell Prime on Genesis Part 2 and can be applied like other costumes in the game. The 3 different variants of Canoe skins can be acquired by completing the Team Downriver Run mission on 3 different difficulty levels. The Viking Canoe skin is acquired defeating it on Beta difficulty, the Modern Canoe skin is acquired on Gamma difficulty, and the Tek Canoe skin is acquired on Alpha difficulty. The Shadow Main Chibi is acquired by purchasing the Genesis Season Pass and collecting all of the available Genesis 2 Chronicle Explorer notes. Unfortunately, I can't spawn this chibi to show you all, so here's a picture of it. Alright, well that about wraps up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please go down below and press that like button, subscribe to the channel for more content just like this, and please keep leaving me comments because they warm my little Bonahart. Thanks again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.